What's up, guys? We're back with a full slate of MLB action here on Thursday, July 10th. We're going to give out plays on every MLB game on the slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock, my pick that regardless of price, I think has the highest chance of cashing today. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day to see if there are any changes with injury news coming out and starters being confirmed. Yesterday, guys, was not our day. Pretty annoying, pretty unfortunate stuff. We had Toronto at minus 155. Somehow the Blue Jays scored only one run on 9 hits to eventually lose 2-1. The White Sox bullpen was even on point and didn't even give up a hit in that game. The Mets game got rained out there, so we've got a doubleheader on that one today. We had the Cubs minus 115, an annoying 4-2 loss. Festa was actually very good, and Horton sucked, and the Cubs couldn't get anything going against the Twins bullpen, which is weird. We had the Cardinals at minus 120. That was an 8-2 loss. Palante got absolutely destroyed out there, and the Cardinals offense couldn't get going at all against Gore. Our dog of the day, the Mariners at plus 125. They fought hard, but it ended up being a 9-6 loss. Evans was terrible. Even though Seattle tried to make a game of it late, their pitching was just too bad to keep them attached in that one. Also, we had the Red Sox at minus 305 as our massive lock of the day. I said we liked that one at minus 1.5 as well, and I'm hoping that a lot of you took it at minus 1.5 or minus 2.5 or whatever, because they got a blowout 10-2 win there. Giolito put up 6 shutout innings. The offense continues to churn out runs, putting up a 10 spot on 15 hits. I hope all of you were in on that one, but not the day we were looking for, obviously. Pretty annoying stuff. If you were a premium member, it was quite the opposite, but we'll talk about that here later. Guys, we got a pretty good sized slate to cover here on Thursday, so let's hop in and look at game 1 of this doubleheader between the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles. The Mets come into this game obviously fresh off that rainout and fresh off a 7-6 win there in Baltimore in game 1. They're going to hand the ball in this one to David Peterson, who's 6-4 this season, a 3.18 ERA. His last start, he was very good, 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, one of which was earned in a 3-2 win against Milwaukee. Kind of maybe showing that he's getting back after it, after a couple bad starts in a row. So we'll see how he looks here against Baltimore. I don't believe that, no, not a team he's faced yet this season, but we'll see. I'm expecting Peterson to be pretty good here in terms of the Mets bullpen. It has not been really the problem for them this season, but lately they've had some struggles, up to a 3.80 bullpen ERA. Normally they're somewhere in the top 5. The offense seems like it's maybe getting back on track, guys. 7, 4, 12, 6, 3, and 7 over their last few games. Soto getting snubbed from the All-Star game should definitely motivate him a little bit, and as a team, they're 14th in runs scored, 8th in on-base percentage, and they are a 7th, getting a slugging percentage of 0.420. So yeah, pretty good stuff out there from the Mets offense. They're going to take on the Orioles here, who just swept the Braves but then lost game 1 of this series. They're hitting the ball in game 1 of this doubleheader to Uncle Charlie, who's 5-7 on the year, a 5.47 ERA. His last time out, 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against the Braves. The Orioles are actually 4-1 over his last 5 starts. He's looked very, very good, and honestly, he's looked incredible for a dude who's 41 years old. So big ups to Uncle Charlie. The Baltimore bullpen, a 4.55 bullpen ERA. That's been part of the problem this year, but the bigger problem has been their lack of just offense in general, guys. They are 23rd in batting average, 22nd in runs scored. They are 15th in slugging percentage after being, an absolutely insane slugging percentage team a season ago. So we'll see what they do out there against David Peterson and the Mets, but I'm not expecting miracles from them at the plate. Looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the Mets are minus 135. The Orioles are plus 115. We've got a total of 9 out there. The Mets are 20-25 on the road, 24-20-1 to the under on the road. Baltimore 19-23 at home, 23-17-2 to the over at home. So here in game 1 of this doubleheader, guys, I'm going to be leaning slightly towards the Mets, or maybe significantly towards the Mets. We'll see. This one has a chance to make it into the pinned comment on the Mets here. In terms of the total, I don't have much of a lean, and in doubleheaders, totals can get really weird. So my lean on game 1 is going to be the Mets. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Chicago Cubs going on the road to take on the Minnesota Twins. The Cubs come into this game 54-38 on the year, losers of the first 2 in a row in this series. Kind of shocking stuff there. They'll hand the ball in this one to Colin Ray, who's 6-3 this season, a 4.13 ERA. His last start was very good against the Cardinals, 6 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run allowed in an 11-1 win. His last couple of times on the mound, he's got an insane run support and looked really good. So we'll see if that dream can come true for him in this matchup. The Cubs bullpen has not been a problem this year. A 3.37 bullpen ERA is fourth best in the majors. The problem for them so far in this series is the offense has been nowhere to be found. They scored 1 run in game 1 and 2 runs in game 2. Now, that's pretty weird for a Cubs team that's second in the majors in runs, scored 8th in the majors in batting average. This has been a very, very good offense. So I think it's just, a matter of time, and probably not that much time until they get back on track. So we'll see what they can do here against the Twins, who are 45 and 47 on the year. They've won 4 out of their last 5 after having a pretty rough time there for quite a bit. They'll hand the ball here to Chris Paddock, who's 3 and 7 on the year, a 4.64 ERA. His last start, he was pretty good against Tampa Bay. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs allowed. Not that bad, especially in a 4-3 win. We'll see what he looks like here against the Cubs. Obviously a little bit, probably a tougher offense than the Rays, I would say, but we'll see how he looks here against Chicago. I don't know if I'm really expecting him to be lights out here. The Twins bullpen's been really bad recently, but seems like it's trending maybe back in the right direction. A 4.22 bullpen ERA right now. Not exactly what you're looking for. The Twins offense, 4, 8, 5, 6, and 4 over their last few games. Definitely trending in the right direction after being terrible. We see they could be a little bit banged up here, potentially missing their best hitter, so that would suck. He got hit in the hand by a pitch, so he may be out, but 21st run scored and 22nd on base percentage isn't amazing. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Cubs are minus 116, the Twins are minus 102, a total of 9.5 in this one. The Cubs 24 and 21 on the road, 23, 18 and 4 to the over on the road. The Twins 25 and 18 at home, so a good home team. 21, 21, and 1 to the over-under at home. Guys, I'm very likely to be taking the Cubs here at minus 116. I just can't imagine them losing 3 straight here. It seems kind of wild. Colin Rays looked good his last couple of starts. I think the offense is going to have a breakout day, so definitely give me the Cubs in this one. Next up, guys, we're going to take a quick look at Game 2 between the New York Mets and the Baltimore Orioles. Now, the Mets don't have a confirmed starter for this game yet, so it's a little bit tough to tell which way we're going to want to go on them. The Orioles are going to be starting Sagano here, who's 6 and 5 on the season, a 4.44 ERA. His last 2 starts, he's gotten absolutely obliterated, and that's getting shelled by the Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays. So getting shelled by the Rangers, pretty embarrassing stuff. We'll see what he looks like in this one, see how things go in Game 1, but I'm pretty likely to be wanting to lean against the Orioles here. So maybe a look at the Mets here at minus 102 in Game 2, but we really can't tell for sure until we see what happens out there in Game 1. And in terms of that total of 10.5, maybe this is a weird spot to go over. Hey guys, hopping here with a quick shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks, with NFL and college football coming out before you know it. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row and is off to an insane first half of the 2025 season. At StumpTheSpread.com, you'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there, our free-to-use bet size calculator, and our premium top confidence picks, which might not always match what you see here in the video and usually will not match, and especially didn't match yesterday because I am not the premium MLB capper over at Stump The Spread. We have a monster with many more years of experience. He used some very sophisticated tools and algorithms to make his predictions, taking an incredible amount of data points into consideration. But guys, he is on the heater, maybe the heater of a lifetime. I don't know. This dude's went on some sick heaters before, but this is absolutely insane. What he's doing in July is bonkers. Yesterday, the premium MLB picks went 3-0. There was one game that got rained out, so I guess 3-0-1. But he was on the Orioles as a 1-unit play. That game got rained out. But he had the Reds as a 1-unit play. That cashed. He had the Royals as a 3-unit play. That one cashed as well. And he had the Nationals, so the opposite side of me, and that one cashed as a 2-unit play. I'm telling you, this guy is on the heater of a lifetime right now. It's just getting out of control. He's 3-0 yesterday. He's 32-9 over his last 41 picks. I've got up on screen right now, you guys can see what he's done so far in July. It's absolutely insano stuff. The worst day he had was a 2-2 day where he still made 1.1 units. It's absolutely bonkers. So definitely consider getting over there, checking out the premium. This run is just not ending. I don't know. It's going to end someday, I would assume, but it's just getting out of hand. I don't know if he made a deal with the devil or what happened, but he is on an absolute heater. Get over there, check out the premium picks, check out everything else we offer at StumpTheSpread.com, and get on that free email list, guys. It's absolutely free. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day. Free picks, information on niche sports betting like golf, tennis, NASCAR, stuff like that. and parlays in there too. So definitely get over there and check that out. It's free information straight to your inbox every single day. All they need is your name and your email address. That's it. Also, if you're a huge fan of what we're doing here every single day, click that little join button right below the video to sign up for a YouTube channel membership. YouTube channel members get early access to all of my videos. They get their name up on screen in every single video like you've been seeing right now. And they also get access to our members only giveaways. We're going to be giving away another Stump the Spread hoodie here in only 4 days from time of recording. We're going to be doing that on July 14th. And we're giving away a Stump the Spread hoodie every single week. So definitely get in on that, guys. They're nice hoodies. I like them. So let's go ahead and hop back in. We've got a ton of games, or several more games to cover here on actually a pretty legit Thursday slate. And next up, we're going to be looking at the Miami Marlins going on the road to take on the Cincinnati Reds. The Marlins come into this game fresh off a 7-2 loss there in Game 3 of the series. Heading into Game 4, they're going to hand the ball to Cal Quantrill, who's 3-7 on the year, a 5.40 ERA. His last 3 starts have actually been very solid. Hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs in any of them. The Marlins are actually 4-0 over his last 4 starts, so pretty reasonable stuff there. We'll see what he can do against the Reds. They're not a team he's faced yet this year, but he's actually looked decent. The bullpen for Miami, nothing special, a 4.12 bullpen ERA. Not exactly lighting the world on fire. The offense has been doing okay. I mean, only 2 runs yesterday, 12 the game before that, but 5-1, 4, 5, 4, 1. Like, this isn't a team that's going to put up a crazy amount of offense on a daily basis. They're 19th in the majors in runs scored. They're 18th in on-base percentage. So we'll see what they can do here against the Reds, who come into this game fresh off that much-needed win. They'll hand the ball here to Nick Lodolo, who's 5-6 on the season, a 3.58 ERA. His last time out was against the Phillies, and it didn't go great. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, but against a team like the Phillies, that's not the worst start in the world. Lodolo's actually been looking really good recently. The Reds are 3-1 over his last 4 starts, and he faced some pretty decent teams in there. We'll see what he can do here against the Marlins. He faced them back in late April, and it was okay, not great, in what was eventually a 6-3 loss, but I'm expecting him to be pretty good out there in this one. The Reds bullpen, it seems like it's headed back in the right direction. Their bullpen ERA is down to 4.08. The offense coming off a 7-run game, I'm sure feels great. They need to bust out of that little slump. They weren't hitting the ball too well there for a minute, but they're still 11th in the majors in runs scored. They are 17th in slugging percentage, 17th in on-base percentage. I think this is going to be an around MLB average kind of offense, and that might be good enough to make this team pretty decent. So looking at the numbers here, the Marlins are plus 143. The Reds are minus 168. We've got a total of 9. Miami is 22-21 on the road. They're 25-18 to the over on the road. Cincinnati is 24-21 at home, 25-17-3 to the under at home. I was initially kind of leaning towards the Reds here, but that price tag is kind of out of control. The Reds are minus 168. Like, that's nuts. You can get the Marlins at almost 1.5 to 1. Like, we're going to have to at least consider Miami here at plus 143 as a potential dog of the day. Other than that, this one not headed to the pinned comment. Next up, guys, we've got the Seattle Mariners going on the road to take on the New York Yankees. The Mariners have dropped the first 2 games of this series pretty handily. Here in Game 3, they're going to hand the ball to Brian Wu, hoping he can turn things around for him. This young 25-year-old is 8-4 in the season, a 2.77 ERA. His last start, he shut out the Pirates, gave up no runs on 3 hits over 6 innings, and struck out 8 in a 6-0 win. He hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs over any of his last 4 starts. He's really been looking pretty good out there. He faced the Yankees earlier this season back on the 13th of May. 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed in that game. So very, very good stuff. And it was eventually a 2-1 win there for Seattle. So we'll see if Wu can keep things rolling here. The Mariners bullpen has not been a problem this season. A 3.70 bullpen ERA. They've even been better than that at some points. The offense maybe letting them down a little bit. I mean, 6, 3, 1, 1, and 6 runs scored over their last few games. This team is still 13th in the majors in runs scored and 13th in on-base percentage. You've got Cal Raleigh, guys, 36 home runs. Very, very crazy stuff. We'll see if they can come up with some offense here against the Yankees, who come into this game winners of 3 in a row. They'll hand the ball to Marcus Stroman, who's 1-1 this season, a 7.45 ERA. His last start was against the Mets, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, and what was eventually a 6-5 loss. He hasn't looked that sharp necessarily since coming back off he had one good start against the Athletics and then one terrible start against the Mets since coming off the IL. So we'll see which version of him we get here. I'm not in love with this dude on the mound right now, and I'm definitely not in love with that Yankees bullpen, all the way up to a 4.11 bullpen ERA. That is not great. So looking at the Yankees offense, they've been better recently. 9, 10, 6, 6, and 5 over their last few games. They're getting back after it. I mean, Judge is still having an incredible year, but I don't know, guys. Are they really going to be that good against Brian Wu, who dominated them earlier in this season? Seems like a big ask to me. And looking at the numbers for this game, the odds makers have this as a coin flip. The Mariners at -110, the Yankees at -110, a total of 9. Seattle is 23-22 on the road, 26-18-1 to the over on the road. The Yankees are 27-17 at home, 27-16-1 to the under at home. I do think this is actually a pretty reasonable under 9 spot. I don't hate taking the under here, but better than the under, I like the Mariners at -110. I think Woo's going to go out there, have a very good outing, and I don't trust Stroman at all right now, so definitely think the Mariners are the side in this one. Next on the docket, we've got the Tampa Bay Rays going on the road to take on the Boston Red Sox. The Rays got a 7-3 win in their last game against Detroit, but did lose that series 2-1. They'll hand the ball in this game to Taj Bradley, who's 5-6 on the year, a 4.79 ERA. He's had some bright spots mixed in with the struggles this year, but the struggles have been not great. I mean, 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs against the Twins his last time out. Not what you wanted to see after giving up 5 earned runs on 8 hits against Baltimore. We'll see what he can do here against the Red Sox. He has not faced Boston yet this year, but I'm a little bit worried about Taj Bradley on the mound. Although, like I said, he's shown that he can be good. The Tampa Bay bullpen has not been up to its early season standards lately, but a 3.86 bullpen ERA isn't quite end of the world territory yet. The offense, 7-2-1, 7-5, and 3 over their last few games, is not swinging the bats like they were. They're still first in the majors in batting average. They're 7th in runs scored, so I'm not that worried about them. I think they're going to bounce back at some point, maybe in this game, but yeah, a little bit worrisome. Recently, just see them struggle a bit, although their last game did look like they were back on track. They're taking on the Red Sox in this one, who have been on quite the heater recently. They've won 6 in a row, but when your wins are against the Rockies and the Nationals, might not be time to overreact right now. They're going to hand the ball to Walker Buehler, who's 6-6 on the year, a 6.25 ERA. His last start was against the Nationals, 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. It was eventually a 10-3 win. He's given up 2, 4, 5, 8, and 3 earned runs over his last few games. The last time he faced Tampa Bay, he was good. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs allowed in that game. Will he be able to do that again? We'll see. We'll see what Walker Buehler has in store for us. Now, the Boston bullpen's been good, a 3.57 bullpen ERA, no problem there. And the offense has been on fire. I mean, destroying the Rockies and putting up big numbers against the Nationals. That's great. Let's see you do that against a real team here. So looking at the numbers, the Rays are -107, the Red Sox are -110, a total of 9 out there. Tampa Bay is 22-18 on the road, 22-18 to the under on the road. Boston 27-20 at home, 24-21-2 to the under at home. I'm going to be leaning a bit towards the Rays here at -107. I don't trust Walker Buehler. I don't hugely trust Taj Bradley, if I'm being honest, but I think this is a spot where the Rays probably get the job done. Boston going from playing at altitude to playing at home, going from playing the Rockies to playing the Tampa Bay Rays, that's quite the switch them up. So we'll see how things look in this one, but I'm going to be leaning towards the Rays a good amount. Next up, guys, we've got the Cleveland Guardians going on the road to take on the Chicago White Sox. The Guardians, 43-48 on the season, just somehow swept the Houston Astros. Wild stuff there. They're going to hand the ball to Logan Allen in this game, who's 5-7 on the season, a 4.07 ERA. His last start, he was lights out against Detroit, but got 0 runs of run support in a game we eventually saw Cleveland lose 1-0. He was great out there. We'll see what he can look like here against the White Sox. I'm expecting him to be very good. I mean, he's been solid over his last 5 starts. Just does not get any run support. He was very good against the White Sox super early in the season, but we'll see. I'm expecting him to be good. The Cleveland bullpen, I'm expecting to be mediocre. A 3.87 bullpen ERA is fine, I guess, but not great. The offense, I mean, it looked okay there against the Astros, but this season it's looked terrible. 26th in runs scored, 29th in on-base percentage. I mean, Jose Ramirez is hitting the ball well again, so that's a big help, but at least they're going up against the White Sox here. So we'll see what they can do against a Chicago team that just beat the Blue Jays 2-1 somehow yesterday. That was annoying. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Jonathan Cannon, who's 3-7 on the year, a 4.50 ERA. He's actually looked really good his last couple of starts. I mean, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run against San Francisco. Okay. 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs against Colorado. Maybe I take it back. Maybe he's not looking that great, but we'll see what he does here against the Guardians, who, come into this game kind of red hot. He got obliterated by them in early April. That's something to take into consideration. The White Sox bullpen, obviously nothing to write home about, but not as bad as you'd expect. A 4.00 bullpen ERA. The offense, though, I mean, 2, 1, 4, 4, 10, 3, and 2 over their last few games. They're 30th, dead last in the majors in runs scored. They're 28th in on-base percentage. not exactly an offense to be feared. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Guardians are minus 130. The White Sox are plus 110. We've got a total of 8.5. Cleveland, 22-25 on the road, 24-19-4 to the under on the road. The White Sox, 20-26 at home, 24-19-3 to the over at home. They're also a staggering 9-21 when they're coming off a win. The only team worse than them this season in that statistic is the Rockies. So definitely a great spot here to be back in the Cleveland Guardians. I think we're going to see a very solid outing there from Logan Allen. I don't like Jonathan Cannon on the mound too much right now. The White Sox bullpen is nothing special. Their offense is nothing special. This is a very reasonable price here to be able to take the Guardians, who are on kind of a heater. Next up, guys, we've got the Washington Nationals going on the road to take on the St. Louis Cardinals. The Nationals 38-54 on the season. They just took the 8-2 win away from St. Louis there. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Michael Soroka, who's 3-6 on the season, a 5.40 ERA. His last start, he got absolutely dismantled there by Boston. He had been on a pretty nice little streak there of him looking good, but he gets no run support. The Nationals are 0-5 over his last 5 starts. So we'll see what he looks like in this one. The Washington bullpen, one of the worst in the majors, 5.73 bullpen ERA. And the offense, I mean, they came with 8 runs there yesterday, but 8-2-4-3-2 over their last few games. Not necessarily a scary team at the plate. They're 16th in runs scored. They are 19th in on-base percentage. They are 19th in slugging percentage. So we'll see what they can do here against the Cardinals, who come into this game obviously floundering, 49-44 on the season. Handing the ball in this one to Michaelis, who is 4-6 on the year, a 5.26 ERA. We've been enjoying fading this guy recently. He just got obliterated by the Cubs his last time out. So yeah, not exactly having a great time out there. Has he faced the Nationals yet this year? Yes, he did. And it was actually good back in early May. So we'll see what he looks like in this matchup. Soroka going against the Cardinals. Unfortunately, we don't have any data. But yeah, Michaelis in this spot might be okay. The Cardinals bullpen is nothing incredible, but definitely way better than the Nationals bullpen, that's for sure. Their offense has looked great at different points this season, but seems like it's fallen off a little bit. They're they're 12th in the majors in runs scored. They are 14th in on base percentage. We'll see how things go. Arenado is back, so that's a big boost for them at the plate for sure. And looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the Nationals are plus 120. The Cardinals are minus 140. We've got totals of 8.5 or 9 out there. Washington, 19-26 on the road. Basically a 500 over-under team on the road. The Cardinals, 27-17 at home. 23-19-2 to the over at home. I'm going to be leaning towards over 8.5 in this game for sure. I think that's a very, very solid play here. I also think this is a good spot to get back on the Cardinals. Even though they burned us yesterday, and even though Michaelis is on the mound here, he's got good history against the Nationals. I think the Nationals are going to struggle in this matchup. I think Soroka is going to struggle out there. So definitely giving the Cardinals here in a bit of a get-back spot for us. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Atlanta Braves going on the road to take on the Sacramento Athletics. The Braves come into this game fresh off a 9-2 win there last night. They're 40-51 on the year, so having a bad time. They'll hand the ball in this game to Spencer Strider, who is 3-7 on the year, a 3.93 ERA. He's been good out there, not dominant. I mean, giving up 3, 2, 3, 1, and 0 earned runs respectively. He's had some very good outings against some very good teams. I'm not sure if the Athletics fall into that category. So I'm expecting good stuff from Strider. I'm expecting pretty good stuff from the Atlanta bullpen, a 3.56 bullpen ERA, has in the top 6 or 7 in the majors. The offense is where this team struggles. They're coming off a game where they put up 9 runs. Can they replicate that? Seems like a big ask. They're 24th in the majors in runs scored and 21st in batting average. So we'll see what they can do here against the Athletics, who are 38-56 on the season, handing the ball to J.P. Sears, who is 7-7 on the year, a 4.76 ERA. His last couple starts have been dazzling. He's given up no runs over those 2 starts, only 5 hits over 11 2/3 innings. Struck out combined 10, walked combined 5, and that was a win against the Yankees and a win against the Giants. So we'll see if he can keep that going here, taking on the not nearly as tough of a team here in the Atlanta Braves. Sears throwing the ball great. Now the bullpen for the Athletics is terrible, one of the worst in the majors. The offense hasn't been anything special here recently, although their season-long numbers look pretty good. In this game, I'm going to be leaning a bit towards the Athletics at home at plus 130. Seems like a very enticing price tag here, but with Strider on the mound, I can't really get on board with this one in a major way. Next up, we've got the Texas Rangers going on the road to take on the Los Angeles Angels. The Rangers 45-48 on the season. They just got lost in quite the shootout, an 11-8 loss there yesterday at the Angels. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Patrick Corbin, who's 5-7 on the year, a 4.18 ERA. His last start was very good against the Padres. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs allowed. He's had some bumps in the road recently, but has not been terrible in general this season. He faced the Angels back in early April and was mid-April and was lights out in that game. 5 1/3 innings, gave up 1 earned run in a 3-1 win. The Rangers need you to be really good out there on the mound as any of their pitchers, because that's what they rely on. Their bullpen has been excellent this year, a 3.40 bullpen ERA. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. 5th best in the majors. The offense is where this team runs into problems. And they did put up a 13 spot earlier in this series, but 8, 13, 5, 1, 7, 2, and 6 over their last few games is honestly pretty good progress in the right direction for this offense. That is 25th in the majors in runs scored. They were 26th in batting average, 26th in on-base percentage. Getting on base at an under 300 clip is not ideal. So if they can keep hitting the ball a little bit, this team could actually be pretty good. So we'll see what they can do here on the road against this Angels team that's 45-47 on the year. If they have won for 2 out of the first 3 in this series, they're handing the ball in this game to young Jack Kohanowitz, who is 3-8 on the year, a 5.42 ERA. His last few starts, it seems like he's starting to round into form. I mean, his last time out, 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs against Toronto. Honestly, not a bad start against a team like Toronto. Now, he did struggle a little bit against the Nationals, had a bad time against Boston, a good time against the Yankees, though. This dude, kind of hard to figure out. We'll see what he can do here against the Rangers, a team that kind of shelled him back in mid-April. So that is a little bit of a concern here, going back up against that same team. Now, the Angels bullpen is an additional concern. The 3rd worst bullpen in the majors, a 5.13 bullpen ERA, is obviously not what you're hoping to see if you're the Angels. Now, they're probably not too surprised, though, given how bad that bullpen was last year. But offensively, the Angels have been hitting the cover off the ball. I mean, 11, 1, 6, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, I guess I lied. They hit the cover off the ball in 1 game. But this is not a very scary offensive team. They're 17th in runs scored. They are 27th in on-base percentage, guys, getting on base at a 298 clip. They're 28th in batting average, batting 230 as a team. If you can avoid the home run ball against this team, you can avoid their, pretty good slugging percentage numbers. They are terrible at the plate. So definitely something for Patrick Corbin and the Rangers bullpen to be taking into consideration here. But looking at the numbers for this game, the Rangers are -104. The Angels are -112. We've got a total of 9.5 in this game. Now, the Rangers are terrible on the road. They are 19-28 on the road, 26-20-1 to the under on the road. The Angels are a 500 team at home. They are 22-18-2 to the over at home. I would lean towards under 9.5 in this game pretty hard, guys. I think that's actually a pretty solid play. I don't know if it's going to make the pinned comment or not, but it's got a chance. I also really like the Rangers here at -104 in a pitching matchup that seems like it should be pretty one-sided given the history these two teams have against their respective opponents here. So definitely give me a look at that under, and certainly give me a look at the Rangers. Last but not least here, guys, we're looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks going on the road to take on the San Diego Padres. The Diamondbacks come into this game 46-47 on the season. They just won 2 out of 3 so far in this series, so I'm sure they're feeling good about that. Handing the ball in this one to Eduardo Rodriguez, who's 3-5 on the year, a 5.78 ERA. His last start, he got absolutely destroyed there by the Royals, so he's in need of a bounce back for sure, but he'd been looking very, very good leading up to that game, so we'll see what he can do with this one going against the Padres. Definitely not the scariest offense, although neither were the Royals, so we'll see what Rodriguez can do in this game. Obviously, it can't be much worse. The Arizona bullpen, not going to be super helpful. A 5.01 bullpen ERA is 4th worst in the majors. The offense is what the Diamondbacks rely on, and they have scored 8, 0, and 6 runs so far in this series, so maybe they're getting back after it. I mean, they're currently 5th in the majors in runs scored. They are 5th in the majors on base percentage, getting on base at a 328 clip. They're 12th in batting average, 4th in slugging percentage, though. This is a scary team at the plate, guys. Don't get me wrong. They can hit it. The question is, can they get anybody out? So we'll see if they can do anything like that against the Padres, who come into this game 49-43 on the season. Not having a great time, obviously. They'll hand the ball in this one to Randy Vasquez, who's 3-4 on the season, a 3.79 ERA. His last start was fine, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and a 3-2 extra inning win against the Rangers. So they'll take that, but he has had some control issues recently, walking 3-2-2 over his last 3 games. We'll see what he can do here against Arizona. Obviously, not the easiest team to face. He hasn't faced them yet this year. The Padres bullpen has been very good this year. A 3.30 bullpen ERA is second best in the major leagues. The offense, 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, and 3 over their last few games. This is not a good team at the plate. They're 23rd in the majors in runs scored. They are 20th in batting average, 20th in on-base percentage. I don't know, guys. Just doesn't feel like it's getting any better. So looking at the numbers here, the Diamondbacks are minus 120. The Padres are plus 100. We've got a total of 8.5 in this one. Arizona's a 500 road team, 23-19-2 to the over on the road. The Padres 28-16 at home, 26-17-1 to the under at home. I don't love a whole lot from this game. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to lean just slightly towards the Padres, I guess, and maybe slightly towards the over, but this is a stay away spot for me. Guys, that's all the games we have for today. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. I appreciate you watching. Click the link in the description to get over to stumpthespread.com. Check out those absolutely insane-o hot MLB premium picks that have been on this crazy run that we talked about earlier. Also get on the free email list. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day. Guys, we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Same time, well, actually, hopefully much earlier, and same place for more sports betting action.